assisting with the hosting.
Yeah. How do you tell? They both beat the game back to back. How do you tell?
You can't.
The SRG people are going to do like a live donation thing like they did with SGT.
Right, but when...
Like, I forget if he said during between one of the Zelda games, it's either like before Majora's Mask or before OT, and there's going to be flying in for OT.
That's fine. I'm gonna be getting off. At that point, I'm just gonna show the prizes. All right. Has the commercial played? Is the commercial over?
Commercial is over.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, we are receiving your donations. We just have so many that we can't possibly read them all.
I never expected anything close to that.
And so, for those of you who don't know Alien Soldier, it is a Japan and Europe only game developed by Treasure, and it's basically the most intense boss rush of your life.
I think you've about tripled your followers because of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Watch Starbucks. Thanks.
Ooh, don't. It should be video 1.
Scratch that. Watch your hole. So basically, you got you try to draw and oh yeah, wait, is that what you use? Check the ball. There's 2 under your chair. There's 3 over here. See my foot. 1 on the chair. Yeah. None of these are in the last 2 stations. I know, they're supposed to be. I don't know what it's speed on.
Test.
Just FYI, this is to break the region protection on the Genesis, and that's the only purpose of this code.
Yeah, go ahead and draw it.
Don't worry about it. That's the reason.
Yeah.
My suggestion is attach it.
Right.
Nice.
All right, nice.
Was that supposed to happen?
No, not that I know of.
I never thought starting again. Let them read the story. 2015.
They had more time on it.
Mike, do we have time to watch the intro?
It's not like it really helps you understand what's going on.
It's better prepared. There's a crisis.
I would recommend against no, but he needs to. It looks like he needs to prepare a bit anyway.
Okay.
All right. Is the lab on you?
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
it's on
it is.
me,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it should be.
We good? Mine. Okay.
I don't think so, no.
I'm gonna skip the story because honestly, it's a 4-minute story, and
Oh yeah, no.
after you read it, you're more confused than you were before. So
Alright, and just FYI.
Well, of course, we got super easy and super hard
yeah,
mode.
that's your 2 choices.
Yeah.
Either you're a casual or you're expert. So I'm casual. So I'm super easy.
And the difficulty is more like really hard and just stupid hard.
It's cool. Like it gives you like a million types of ways to view your status bars, and it gives you this nice little explanation for your controls. So I'm gonna go through the controls really quick before I start, so everybody knows what's going on. Shot modes change. Lets you strafe like this, or shoot like that. So zero teleport. Yeah. I good? Zero teleport, if you have full health, you do this Phoenix attack and it does a lot of damage. That's generally what you'll see me doing versus bosses. Counter Force has a lot of cool things you can do with it. It can deflect stuff, it can turn bullets into health, and it can give you a little boost here. And that's true. Oh crap, sorry. Jude, should I reset? Are we good to go?
We're good to go. If you want to set the timer.
Go ahead and set the timer and I'll wait like 5 seconds. Go.
Alright.
Okay, this is fine.
Well, the reason it damages the final boss is because the final boss actually shoots a fireball. You don't really get to see it.
Well, that wasn't a good start, but it's okay.
So the Phoenix Force that right there, that he showed off right there, that actually damages per frame. It's one of the most powerful attacks he can use. So he's going to be using that on most of the bosses if he can. In fact, he'll actually try to manipulate the camera to the left often so that he can use the entire Phoenix Force on the boss. You'll probably see that right here.
Yeah, the Phoenix, the teleport moves faster.
Exactly.
Teleport moves faster than the screen can scroll, so it'll kind of get you trapped on the edge of the screen.
And the zero teleport also moves through enemies. So
Yeah, it's also a safe move. Like it allows you to avoid enemies, switch from side to side of the screen. So it allows them to be a little bit more creative with the boss design. They don't have to worry about trapping you in a corner because you can always get out of a corner.
awesome. Good pattern.
I love this guy's death animation. I mean, how can you not like that? So you can deflect those mines with your counter force.
Yeah, the counter force, it turns a lot of the bullets into health,
Look
and
at this.
some of the attacks it will actually deflect back to the enemies.
Yeah, you'll see this maybe. Well, that one's too far away. So was that one?
The menu that you'll see coming up around his character, a lot of the time, that's the menu to switch weapons. You can also see all 4 of them at the top right of the screen. So he has 2 weapons he's using right now, the Flame Force, which is the flamethrower type attack, and then the Lancer Force, which is the laser. And the flamethrower is usually more effective against kind of organic enemies, and the Lancer is more effective against mechanical enemies in general. So he'll use different ones depending on the boss.
Yeah, when I'm shooting the weapons like on the screen, it sets them to the weapon I already have. And every time you pick up a weapon you already have, it gives you more stock for that weapon. Like you get more max ammo, basically, which is very useful later. Like, oh no. See, I got more ammo for the Lancer there.
Yeah, if you can see the force meter at the top left of the screen under the player health, that will change depending on which weapon he has selected, and that depletes when you use the weapon.
And for those of you
Poor
just don't,
frog, all he does is jump around, and I don't like that very much, so I had to get rid of him.
And for those of you just joining us, this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014, speedrunning charity marathon that's going non-stop until Sunday morning, and it is hosted by Speed Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedrun videos. Over 900 runs on the site.
Nice. Yeah, in the weapon menu.
That boss in particular, you can't damage with flame, correct? Because he's a robot?
Right. Yeah, and the weapon menu has another purpose too. You might see him do this for some bosses, especially later. He'll actually open up the weapon menu to refresh the cooldown. Now, it doesn't matter for the flamethrower, but for the Lancer, that means he can shoot it a lot faster. So if you see him shooting and then opening the menu, but not switching weapons, and then shooting again, that's why he's doing it.
In the end, it doesn't help too much, but it gives you a little bit of an edge as far as shooting more Lancers, you know, in a certain period of time. Uh-oh. This guy's not cooperating. So there's a lot of luck in this game, by the way. Like, obviously there's a lot of skill involved as well, but
that boss can be done pretty fast, but he got a really bad pattern for it. It's almost random, basically. There's kind of a mini boss coming up here, but you can't even see it because Zoast kills it so fast.
I'm not going to this time. I don't have a Phoenix.
Oh, you don't have a Phoenix Force. Yeah, so
It's not a big deal.
the Phoenix Force, he has to be at full health to use it. You'll see the bar flashing white at the top of the screen. If you look closely, you can even see his character flashing.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So you'll see him counterforcing these bullets to farm health, basically, so he can get that Phoenix Force back, and now he has it.
You stay on the right side of the screen because once this guy gets off the screen, it starts the boss fight. If you're all the way to the left, it takes a lot longer. So this is what hooked me on this game. When I saw this cutscene, I was like, yeah.
It's a good cutscene.
It's good.
The first time I saw that, I was like, holy crap. Just a little dance too for you. Unfortunately, it's totally anticlimactic because he just.
Zoast, question, where do you want your donations to go toward?
The multiplayer match for GoldenEye, if it's not met.
Yeah, so you see him using the zero teleport a lot here to get through those enemies. And he's also going to manipulate the camera here to get in position for the Phoenix Force. So you can see he's all the way on the right side of the screen, the boss, and so he puts him right away with that.
The screen can't scroll quick enough, so it catches you, kind of. Oh, I'm glad I did not get that.
Yeah, so you can see the screen scrolling with his character. It doesn't actually scroll perfectly with his character. It kind of scrolls at its own speed, but it will scroll more if you go to the right side of the screen. You can't actually, you'll catch up with it pretty easily if you're just running. This is another really random boss.
Ah, give me that health.
By the way, all donations during this marathon do go towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. It has invested $134 million in support of cancer prevention research, education, advocacy, and outreach programs nationwide because prevention is more effective than a cure.
So in case you haven't realized yet, this is like a late game in the Genesis cycle, and it's technically very good for a Genesis game, or technically a Mega Drive game, but
Teddy Bro.
the music is very well done, and all the graphics are very well done. It's pretty impressive.
Look at this guy. He's so psyched to be riding this boat.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Teddy. He gets so excited when he's about to drive the boat.
Bobbing his head.
I'd be pretty excited too, though. If I got to drive a speedboat.
I'd be excited to drive a boat for this guy. Look at him.
But unfortunately, this world is too cruel for Teddy Bear to stick around.
Rest in peace, Teddy bro.
Where's the cute Lynx when you need
Bible
him?
Kind of missed my Phoenix there. So I used to be fancy there, and right when the boat was about to explode, I'd like try to jump under it and then jump back up. Until, in one of my practice runs, I got stuck in the water and couldn't get out. So, maybe I shouldn't do this. Nice.
You'll especially see on this boss where he farms for health to get a Phoenix Force back again, because this boss will drop a lot of projectiles, and when he shoots them, they turn into health. And so he can get that back and get his Phoenix Force back right away. His Phoenix Force doesn't use up much health. When he uses it, it takes away 30 health. So he basically just gets 1 health capsule and he'll be right back up to full.
And that's one way we not financing the car, because they're 16 for 6 on 50.
There you go.
Told you I was casual.
Kind of ran out of things to talk about.
And
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my friends and family back home. Just wanted to let you guys know I think they're okay.
so, just for your information, the Yeti has a line of Awesome Games Done Quick t-shirts again this year. They're one of our sponsors because they've done such a great job supporting the marathons in the past. $3 from sale of each shirt, which is basically the profit that both the artist and the Yeti would make, goes directly to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The URL is theyeti.com/SDA, and it'll be available until the end of the marathon.
And that was some precise positioning there to avoid falling out that you couldn't see.
Yeah, he jumped up in a straight line, just about the only straight line within a few pixels that you can jump up between those falling boulders to get up there without being damaged. And also, this fight is pretty hard because of the needles that are coming out. They're pretty random as they come out. So.
Yeah, and if you get hit by one of them, it drains your health, so you won't be able to do it for next force.
Yeah, it's kind of like being poisoned or something. But then after that, it's hard to get full life at the end of the fight if you get hit by one of the needles. It's kind of hard to see with the flames going on, so
And
you
he
have to
really
look
wants the
very
Phoenix
close.
Force for 2 bosses from now. He's going to save them for these 2 fights, these next ones. Oh, and right here, he jumps down below the boss, because normally you'd be up on top of the moth right now. He'd flip you up on top of it. He actually jumps down below the web to avoid that, because he wants to be below the spider boss here.
It's a pretty neat trick.
Yeah.
It makes this fight a lot quicker, a lot easier.
Yeah, and he actually got that without having to use any special tricks.
Yeah. You see how
Yeah,
Yeah, there's like another strand where you lure the spider to the left, but it's not
Yeah.
really marathon safe.
true. Yeah, the task does that, I believe.
Speaking of the tasks, we have a donated from Anton Berglund, better known as Truncated, for $300. He said, "Good luck with the task strats, Zoast. Also, shout out to Plage for a nice Bloodlines run. Love, Truncated."
Thanks.
Yeah, so things like the weapon switching to refresh the weapon cooldown, those are things that would normally just be used in a task, but Zoast is actually using them to full marathon run just to make it a little easier, give him a little bit of an edge.
this boss drops no health defense, so it's very important.
Yeah, you saw that he actually pulled him over to the left. He stayed on the left side of the screen to pull the boss over just so he could do that full Phoenix Force right on his face.
Nice. And now we did a cutscene.
I cutscene where I have no idea what's happening.
Basically, like the rest of
That's
this
a really
game.
nice background of A Earth right there.
Yeah.
With the sun coming up over it. Yeah, it's a nice planet, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Well,
Wait a second. No.
yeah.
This is 2015.
Yeah. Live your life to the fullest. Not but a year away.
I guess AGDQ 2015 canceled.
And now we have a space turtle monk. I'm not sure exactly what he's supposed to be.
That's, I think, the leader of the people that like you're trying to fight against.
Scarlet.
Is he Leo? There's this whole backstory to this game, which is ridiculous, and it's so detailed. Like, there's a whole story behind every boss he's fighting here.
Well, I'm not even sure what the main character is.
Yeah, the main character is Epsilon. He's supposed to be the leader of the. I'm not even gonna start.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to explain it. I'm not.
Don't even start.
Something about like the
Right.
people betraying him and then he's like trying to get revenge or something.
He's just this awesome bird guy.
So why did you get
That's
another?
it.
So why did you get another Lancer?
Oh, yeah. So what he did at the start of this stage here was he actually got a Ranger pickup, which that spread fire weapon you saw, and that was just to clear out the enemies on that one screen there. Then he replaced that with a third Lancer. So now he just has one flamethrower and 3 Lancers. That's because he's going to need all 3 later on.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the flame as much anymore.
Here it's pretty much all machine type bosses. Also, this game was made by the same people who make Guitar Heroes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you'll see a lot of similarities, especially in the controls, the way they work. Like
And this boss.
This guy.
the way you strafe. You won't see Zoast strafing very much because it actually uses more ammo when you do that. Yep. But yeah, you can strafe and just keep shooting forward while you're moving in the same direction. So that is a creepy one.
Yeah, it's a very creepy boss.
What?
Yeah.
And this is also going to be compatible.
Is this serious time for you?
If you're a fan of Gunstar Heroes, you might recognize this music.
Yeah, in the credits, this boss is called the 7 Forms boss, even though you'll probably, if you're counting, they only have 5 forms. It's because they weren't able to finish the game in time, basically. So.
It's still 7
Yeah.
That's an awesome game. Exactly.
Wow. This pattern. I like the boomerangs right now.
That was not the best.
This is my
Pretty
favorite
good one
boss
so
fight
far,
in the
though.
game.
Yeah, you can basically just Phoenix Force constantly for this form of boss. It's pretty great.
We have a $50 donation from June Cristela Rosario, also known as All the High Ones. He says this donation
And
goes
then this
to
form is
Zoast's
just
choice.
Almost trivial.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, his attack doesn't reach all the way to the left side of the screen. So Zoast can just hang out over there.
Yeah.
What's up?
And he says, on a serious note, I've lost 2 loved ones to cancer, and thankfully a third that was diagnosed yesterday has been able to beat it thanks to early detection. It's so awesome seeing the gaming community come together for such a cause. Zoast, your crew's cheering for you. Good luck, have fun.
This form, his weak spot is his tail. So when he's on the left, you can do the camera trick and then try to Phoenix Force. Exactly
good.
like that. Very nice.
Oh.
And now
So
this.
when I played this game casually, you see I have like 8 minutes and 25 seconds left. It started me at 9 minutes for this whole boss, 5-form boss. When I played this game casually, I actually ran out of time trying to defeat this boss. It's actually pretty tough.
On this form, right?
It was probably on this form that I finally, ran the time out.
Because you see those mines floating around, those are pretty random, and you have to avoid them.
Oh, those are mine? I thought they were yours.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I wish they were.
And the water's kind of pulling me around in different directions. So.
We have a $700 donation from Ben Goody. So, I wasn't going to donate again, but actually beating Super Punch-Out blindfolded has forced my hand. Zallard1, you are amazing. And I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Punch-Out runners for like getting everybody so hyped and putting all the pressure on me. Thanks.
We have $25 from Travis Satterfield. He says, I lost my mother to cancer when I was 13. Not for her, I would not be into video games, and I don't think there's a better way to honor her memory than by using my first love, video games, to fund research into cancer. Love what you guys do and keep up the fantastic work. Also hyped to see Zoast do 2 runs this time around, and Blindfold Punch-Out was amazing.
Yeah, that last part with the asteroids, he wanted to get through that part without getting hit, and you saw how crazy that was, because then he would get a full Phoenix Force at the start here.
Give me some health. Give me health. Sweet. You really want to have health, like full health, for this boss fight.
Yeah, we're coming up to the end, so. Oh, this is Wolfgang Blood, isn't it?
Not yet.
Oh.
This is Batuan. I mean, whatever, the snake guy.
Oh yeah. This boss is a lot longer if you do not have a Phoenix Force. It's a lot longer, so you really want to get him the first time.
I love the background here, how it changes. So much parallax. It's great.
Yeah, and all the backgrounds kind of linked together. You'll see the next stage coming
I
up
mention that.
when you're in a stage before it, yeah.
This game has a lot of attention to detail.
So this boss is kind of dual form. He's actually going to be using the flamethrower on the rider because it's faster, but if you were going to attack the horse instead, the horse is a robot, so you'd be using the lancer on him. So you might have noticed by now that this game has a lot of bosses.
Yeah.
There's actually about 25 in total. Now this part you'll see the weapon trick very clearly. He's gonna shoot down with a laser and then switch weapons and then shoot again.
Shot one off to the left.
Because he missed one shot, he can't get it in the first round. It only wastes a few seconds, but it's not optimal.
Yup. Oh boy. This guy is the worst part of like the randomness of this game. It's not serious fun.
No, you'll see him. So, his name is Z Leo. All the bosses in this game have crazy names.
Yeah. So after he gets like under 2,000 health or maybe 2,200 health, he has a chance to flip you up in the air, and it takes like 15 seconds for you to come back down. And he can do it like, I think once he did it 7 times in a row for me. So, oh, this is a good start.
This is the run killer, and it happens. Yo, very nice. He wants to get him on the left like that so he can do a Phoenix Force. That was perfect. And he's deflecting you can't see the boss's fireball attack because he's deflecting it straight back at him right when he fires it. It's coming out of his mouth.
There we go.
The main way you do.
Flip one.
The only other way to damage him? Oh, you can damage him with Lancer?
No, you can damage him with Phoenix Force if he has the left pattern, yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix Force an energyless weapon, or using counter, hitting him with counter force also damages him slightly, I believe.
So the record Zoast has.
My personal record is 7 flips in a row. That's 2. He has a lot of health left. Okay.
Each fireball takes off about 500 health.
Ooh.
Time.
Okay, that's cool. So the outro is the credits are kind of long, so I know we're behind schedule.
Yeah,
Let's move
so I'd prefer to just set up Majora's Mask at this point.
Absolutely, yeah. I figured that. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
So before Majora's Mask is set up, I'd like to show off some prizes for the 3D Zelda block. We have some great prizes, including our grand prize. We'll be showing them off on camera very soon.
No, not that I know of.
I never thought starting a game would be
Maybe have more time on it.
Mike, do we have time to watch the intro?
It's not like it really helps you understand what's going on.
It's better prepared. There's a crisis.
I would recommend against no, but he needs to. It looks like he needs to prepare a bit anyway.
Okay.
All right, is the lab on you?
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
it's on
it is.
me, basically.
Yeah, it should be.
We good? Fine. Okay.
I don't think so, no.
I'm going to skip the story because honestly, it's a 4-minute story, and
Oh yeah, no.
after you read it, you're more confused than you were before. So,
All right, and just FYI.
Well, of course, we got super easy and super hard
yeah,
mode.
that's your 2 choices.
Yeah.
Either you're casual or you're expert, so I'm casual. So,
And the difficulty is more like really hard and just stupid hard.
Test.
Just FYI, this is to break the region protection
Test.
the Genesis, and that's the only purpose of this code.
Yeah, go ahead and draw it. Don't worry. That's the reason. Yeah. My suggestion is attach it.
All right, nice. And so, for those of you who don't know Alien Soldier, it is a Japan and Europe only game developed by Treasure, and it's basically the most intense boss rush of your life.
I think you've about tripled your followers because of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Go watch Starbucks. Thanks.
Ooh, don't. It should be video 1.
Congrats to that. Watch this whole.
assisting with the hosting.
I think blindfolded might be required for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you tell? They both beat the game back to back. How do you tell?
You can't.
The SRG people are going to do like a live donation thing that they did to SGT.
Right, but
Like, I forget if he said during between one of the Zelda games, it's either like before Majora's Mask or before OT, and there's going to be
okay. That's
in for OT.
that's fine. I'm gonna be getting off. At that point, I'm just gonna show the prizes. All right. Has the commercial played? Is the commercial over?
Commercial is over.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, we are receiving your donations. We just have so many that we can't possibly read them all.
I know, they're supposed to.
I don't know what it's speaking on.